But
We are live.
the
Sick.
reindeer killers.
Yeah, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
no. What are you having? Coffee?
Yeah, tea, green tea.
Oh, green tea. Nice, nice.
I mean, all
Cool.
healthy shit now and stuff. Yeah.
So, Mayhem in the Mall this past weekend?
You know what? There were some banger matches for how many? I think they had the smallest attendance they've ever had, though.
Yeah.
With
Well, you know what, though? It was like the first
the
huge
weather.
blizzard of the year.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Oops.
I actually was gonna go up in the morning, and then I went outside and I was snowed right in. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah. No, it was bad. We were in Banff and like they got a ton of snow down there too, man. It was actually really fun. But
Oh yeah, I bet.
no, I saw Paul Andrews won left arm 154s.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin won right arm 154s. And then 176s was Kelly both arms. 198s was Mason left, Ali right.
Yeah.
220s was Hugh both arms, which good for Hugh because
Yeah,
those
but he was
classes were
he's
stacked.
a tank too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And he
He's
has that sneaky press.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? And I
Yeah.
don't he hasn't pulled that out much, man. That's what, like
No,
he's gonna start
no,
doing that more often, I think.
I know. And
Yeah.
then
He's active.
242s was I think an out of province guy, and then Lee Germain. Did Lee Germain win one arm or no? I don't know.
I don't know if he won one. He did good. He always does good though, because he always
Yeah.
fights forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him make a post. I know he won at least second or something.
Yeah, yeah. Lee's always in it somehow. I had to beat him last year, I remember.
And then Supers was Jay, wasn't it?
Yeah, which I really he didn't have anybody there. Like there was no one there. I actually thought maybe Pete was gonna get him again.
I
Um, yeah.
I like when Pete does good because I have a super match win on Pete. So you guys know how I feel about that.
But Pete's good on the left though. He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. His right did well too, actually, there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he's smart, right? I mean,
Yeah.
lucky for me, I'm just that much stronger when I pull Pete. He doesn't move me. Just
Yeah.
stops. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Oh
would I
yeah,
would have I would have liked it, but then again, tell you the truth, if it was only like I only seen that Jay would have been an issue. Only Jay might have caused me a problem. I think it would have been pretty boring actually for me. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
being cocky or arrogant, I'm not. But it just a lot of the super heavyweights did not come out to play this year. And I think it was the weather, right?
Yeah. I mean, 220s was the most stacked class, which I think is good for the 220 division around here because I feel like it was huge. Like 154s, 176s, you got Kelly, you got Jason, but I saw like 220s, you had Curtis Mocan, Miles Hutton,
Yeah.
Hugh, Brent Bellamy, Jeff Miller.
Yeah, like there were
Or
some
no,
good
Jeff pulled
classes.
198s. Dale,
Mhm.
like Jeremy Drouse, list goes on and on, right?
Jeremy pulled he was looking good too.
Yeah, man. Him and Dale had a battle, hey?
Yeah, like that could have Dale's lucky the down ref was new because he missed a lot of fouls. Yeah,
No,
but that's okay.
I think that was good for Dale to go to that though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
He had the flu for the whole week before that
Well,
too.
I was gonna say I don't think he was as strong as when he pulled Niles.
No, he was
No.
really sick. No, he had a flu for 10 days and
Yeah.
it wasn't it was
And
bad.
Dale is a more of a super match than a tournament guy, I think,
He
because
is, yeah.
Dale pulls you deep in a hook and
He doesn't
wears
have
you
the
down. And
endurance.
then in a tournament when he has to pull a new guy every time, it's tough on him.
Yeah, because he gets in the grinders every time. So after 2, 3 rounds, he's just, that's why I don't like about that inside pulling, right?
Yeah.
Some guys can do it all day, but me, if I was to go inside, I'd only be good for a round or two too. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
no, really. It was kind of like nothing really surprised me other than maybe the attendance amount. Like I thought there would be a few more. You know what I'm saying? But I get the whole weather thing and everything. But I definitely feel like most matches went how they thought they were gonna go.
Yeah.
Hugh's great though. Like he just does he trains a little bit and I'm sure he does lots at
He's
home, but
training more now. He's
you don't
training
see him
more.
much and then he shows up and just
Yeah.
like that was a big class to win.
Yeah, but listen, I'm a Superman, and then Hugh could pull supers easily. Like
Oh
I
yeah, no, I'm not nothing
yeah,
against you, but I'm just saying I think it's awesome when he goes
yeah.
and does that. Like
I will
he
yeah,
reminds everybody, you know what I mean?
yeah. And I only pull Hugh when I'm fresh. Whenever I'm not fresh, I won't pull Hugh because he'll just pin me. When I'm fresh, I can deal with Hugh when I'm fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, and I'm training like a motherfucker to keep up with these supers, and Hugh is just like, I don't know. I got him ranked really, really high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. No, he's very good.
Yeah. So,
Mason and Ali had a battle.
They did. I thought Ali got screwed a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to pick apart. I thought the reffing overall was, okay, but the touching your own shoulder thing, I don't know. Like, are you guys able to touch your shoulder? I can't touch my shoulder no matter how hard I push my arm. My
I
bicep
can.
Oh, look. You have to break my arm to do it.
Yeah, I can.
Maybe it can happen, but it didn't look like
the
it.
thing is, though, is when there's that much pressure coming from Mason, it probably could happen, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe certain people. And if you could touch, maybe a lot of people could touch. I thought because I can't, that I thought no one could. So yeah, see, look.
Yeah, but if you use your thumb, I can. If I don't use my thumb, I
No,
can't.
look. I can't.
I mean, I can't without my thumb, but if I push, like it goes.
But I mean, I got 19.5-inch pipes, so
Not me, I got like 12-inch twigs. Riley Miller, Jeff Miller, they don't have to worry about nothing. I'm just gonna show up and do my best.
Yeah, no, but overall it was a decent event. I tried watching it all. I thought it was a little long for how many people were there. I thought they stretched it out. I think they should have made use out of all the tables.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the viewer footage. Like, just get the tournament going because guys are happier that way, right?
Yeah.
There was some complaints coming out of the community about the time because they figured it would have been, because of the attendance compared to previous years, they thought they were going to be done by 4:35. All right. And because it got
what time was it done?
out, I think like 7:30, 8, close to 8. So, there was a little bit. And I mean, and then the paper brackets again, right? I'm personally okay with paper brackets if it's a small event, but when it starts getting bigger, I think that digital brackets are the way to go. But I mean, that's just a preference thing. But I mean,
Yeah.
proof's in the pudding too, kind of too.
Yeah.
A lot of the events I've seen with digital brackets, it's pretty smooth. So Grand Prairie was digital brackets, and it was the AIRS system, and it was really good.
Yeah.
Plus, I'd like to get us all on it anyway, so we can start having North American rankings.
Yeah.
Because we'll actually get points in the AIRS system then. So like we should we should be coming together and adopting that system so we can be entered into the North American rankings, right?
Yeah. Yep, true enough.
That's something that I would like to see personally,
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely something to work towards in the future.
Yeah, like my next event, I'll be talking to Corey Miller and seeing about getting it, the program, and running it. And I'll talk to Evan and see, maybe he can give me some advice on how to, use it or go over it with me.
Yeah, no, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle, isn't it Kyle? Kyle.
Yeah,
Who's the
Kyle.
guy from Grand? Yeah, I'll talk to Kyle about that. Yeah, because they ran it. They ran it pretty good, right?
Yeah, I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, names. Yeah. Evan sandbagging in the amateurs, all that was in my head. Yeah.
He was in the amateurs again?
Oh no, Grand Prairie. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, here's the thing. He smoked Jeremy Drouse.
And
it's like, you're an amateur? Okay.
Yeah, I don't get how he does. I mean, promoters need to say.
He also lost to Jonathan Mercer, who from
he's not Jonathan's levels. It could be a thing, no?
Maybe people I think if you're beating Jeremy Drouse, you're beating Jonathan. Like, nothing against Jonathan. I really like the guy, but that's just how I feel like level.
Jonathan's strong, fresh though. I feel fresh. He's strong. He diminishes quick.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
It depends on when if he got Jonathan right fresh.
I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe it's just my style against his too, because I don't know. I pulled him once, and I thought Jeremy Drouse was way more of a problem.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Evans, I mean, he's a pretty technical puller though, and he doesn't really have any business pulling in the amateurs. I was actually impressed at how good he's been pulling this year, and
yeah, he's been pulling really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
hopefully he smartens up. I think he will now. I don't think he'll.
yeah. Oh,
I
I'm
think
on the
he's gonna
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next for all you guys? I'm going to be going to the Lethbridge event, December 14th. So it's they're gonna,
That's
they're
good.
gonna give all proceeds to Tyne Call's family.
Yeah.
It's left over after. So
Mm,
I'll support that, and I recommend everybody getting out to that if you can. If you're in Alberta,
I'm
make it.
I'm pulling Riley Miller next.
I know, on the 7th. I know.
I gotta see. Because you can't fly directly into Atlantic City, which is where I was wanting. Like, I want to go to King of the Table 13, but you can't fly direct. So I'd have to get a rental. It's looking like, and because I'm under 25, they're gonna try and screw me over on a rental. So I've been trying to find someone to maybe want to split one or figure something out, but I haven't really been having any luck. So I gotta see. Hopefully, I get to go do that. If not, then I am gonna try and make Lethbridge just because I would like to support Ty and everything. But with that being said, I did call Jeff Miller out for December 20th in Edmonton to a super match. So I'm not sure if I would want to pull on the 14th if I'm pulling Jeff Miller a week later. Oh, we lost Brian. Okay. Are we still live on YouTube then? I don't know how that works.
It says live, so I believe so. Or it's live somewhere. I don't know where, but
Okay. Well, this is interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
speaking of
send
December
Brian
7th,
I'm gonna send Brian an invite link.
yeah, sounds good. Yeah, December 7th, we got me, you. Trying to think of everyone that's going. That's kind of from the lower part of Alberta, or just Alberta general, I guess. We got
The Cyborg.
the Cyborg, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just sending this link.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm,
It's gonna be good. He's running. Have you ever pulled Scott McDonald?
no, I haven't.
You ever seen him pull?
I have seen him pull, yes.
Seen him pull, okay. How does he pull?
Oh, dude, it was so long ago. I don't even know if he pulls the same.
That's fair. Yeah, a lot of things change in even 6 months.
I mean, I like Thomas a lot, but I got him as a big underdog in that
Okay.
match. Yeah.
Because I saw Scott pulling at Mayhem.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah, he was looking pretty solid.
Yeah. He's good, man. Who else? I'm trying to think. We went over it all, and I can't think of anybody.
Right? Jaden has a match.
Yeah. My dad, of course.
Your dad, of course. Yeah.
Pulling Lee Germain.
That's gonna be a good match, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for that match. That'll be fun.
I'm really hoping your dad does good. I do have Lee in my head as a slight favorite,
Yeah.
but I know your dad has the capability to pin him as long as he's fast and strong. But just Lee has such good hand recovery. Like Lee can start losing his hand and his wrist and just get it back. I've seen it many times. So it's like if your dad doesn't pin him off the bat, he has to really fight to keep the hand control or keep some sort of pressure high up through the hand, right?
You know what, though? I have a really strange feeling that Lee's not going to be able to bring my dad back from losing side. I think if Lee beats my dad, it's because he takes the hand at center.
Right at center. Wow.
Yeah. I think if it goes Lee's way, I think it's a fast match. Like, I don't see a lot of stop and go. I see a lot of, like, you know what I mean? Like, just one side or the other.
One side or the other. That makes sense. Yeah. Whoever gets stuck on the B side kind of ends up losing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I don't know. Usually when my dad has matches, that's kind of how they end up because his offense is really, really, really good. But sometimes when people take things away from him, it can diminish very quickly. And he's not kind of the one to hold on in a bad position.
Which is good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some people tire themselves out.
Yeah, if he's outside the strap and he's near the bottom and he's really just trying to finish it, but he can't.
Yeah,
Just burning himself out.
exactly right. And so no, he's definitely does that. So that'll work in his favor. But Lee looked really strong. But I also saw some holes in how Lee pulled, so I'm definitely gonna talk to him about that. He just got back from work like a couple hours ago, so I gotta talk to him about everything. But go from there. So
Yeah, I'm now pulling Greg Burnett.
cool.
I haven't found any footage of him.
Oh, Brian's messaging. No, he's from Edmonton Club. He pulled 198 pros at Mayhem.
Feel bad for him. He's taking on this monster of a left.
Or 176 maybe.
Either or. I have to watch.
Oh, my protein bar was so dry, dude. I'm gonna cough for a minute.
No problem.
But
I was watching a bunch of Mayhem, but I had to do other stuff, so I only watched maybe the first hour.
Yeah. No, go through it. He pulls on there both arms, so
Cool.
definitely see something.
I'm super excited, man.
Yeah. No, that'll be a good match for you. So
No, my left's been really doing really well, so
well, I mean, because your right's probably in recovery mode, you're probably feeling the left kind of doing a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to invite Brian back. I just know how to send the link.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Oh, he said he's up and running. He's probably like doesn't have Messenger on his computer, does he?
That's probably what it is.
Okay, I'll give him the meeting ID and
That'll work, yeah.
passcode.
So this background picture here.
Yeah, for those of you that haven't seen what Dion's been doing, that's something we can talk about for a minute. Dion has been doing a lot for the community lately, and he's been going out of his way to get a lot of cool things done. I don't exactly know what I can and can't say, but
no, me neither.
I've heard a lot about what's coming in late spring, coming this way, and the qualifiers and stuff, like that poster, what it's for, and it is exciting. Like it's an exciting time. It's kind of a new league coming in. Not trying to like knock any other leagues down, but just like, hey, here's something different for you guys. So he doesn't want like the elite of the elite. He wants like the guys who are good, work their way up kind of thing. So I think he's in a really good spot right now. And I like what they're doing down there.
No, totally. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
All for it.
And like Dion's just like he's easy to get behind. He's easy to want to work with. And he does cool things. Like he never told me that a poster was getting made that I was going to be on, but I just randomly saw it. And I'm like, dang, like that's super cool.
I thought it was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, man. You can't go wrong with that. Like that's awesome.
No, I mean, it's great. It's awesome. It's gonna be a really good event going forward, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Armageddon is gonna be a really sick one to look for all year.
Yeah. Okay, Brian's having technical difficulties, guys, so I'm just trying to help him out.
He's on his way.
Top one. There we go. Now I hope he figured it out. He's probably just having a hard time over there. Poor guy.
Internet's dropping and shit.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's been nice. Like, when I have to tone down my arm wrestling, because like now's when I'm like not going crazy for match or anything. Oh, Brian's back. Now, like I'm not going crazy for my match right now or training super hard, so I have to kind of like not hit the gym as much, but not hit the gym as hard. So I do things like basketball. I'm going to play volleyball tonight. I did pickleball, things like that just kind of keep me in shape, keep my blood flowing, keep me feeling like I'm doing something, but don't wear my arms out. Like basketball, volleyball, they're all good. They stretch my arms. They make me feel really good. Like I'm feeling good right now, but I haven't been training like crazy. You know what I mean? Just because I want to be really well rested for Riley. I want to feel 100%. I know he's coming in really hot. I know he doesn't seem like it, but I know he's got a chip on his shoulder and thinks he's got something to prove. So I want to shut down all the hype allegations, and I want to take his money. Most importantly, I want to take his money.
Pull in Travis.
Pardon?
Said I watched him pull Travis.
And what do you think?
I think he got him.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I broke that down pretty good. You saw me pulling Travis, right?
Yeah, but I also was watching the way he was pulling Travis and knowing your style in your hand. I definitely see a lane.
The biggest thing
I've
for
seen
me
that lane before with other people. So
the biggest thing for me is I know Travis Robertson was like, "Oh, well, I just pulled Brian and I was gassed," but like I was making Travis try a lot harder. And maybe Travis was actually gassed and maybe he was fresh against Riley, but when I watched Travis and Riley pull, and I know Travis is like, "Oh, Riley sandbags, whatever." Like I get it. I sandbag too. The thing I noticed is whenever Travis cupped into his hook and pulled with his side pressure, like he was just didn't matter if he was here or if he was like here, he was able to just rotate over.
yeah. It looked pretty effortless when I seen.
So I mean, I'm not taking it lightly or anything, obviously, but I definitely feel like if I perform how I should, that I will be successful.
Well, you should. You pulled away. I know you can. You should win.
Yeah.
What was I? Well, I'm glad we started talking about your match again. You got to hype that shit up. But Lethbridge.
What'd you say, Brian? I don't hear
Oh.
your audio.
Is that working now? It might not be working now. Give me a sec.
Zach, do you hear him?
I hear Brian. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why my volume got so
now.
quiet. 1 second.
Can you hear me now or no?
Oh, sorry. I hit a wrong button. Completely my bad. I made it so it was on my ear. What?
Does anybody hear me?
I hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, man. I'm like, fuck. I leave and now I can't even talk. No, I was gonna say this Lethbridge event. You can't make it, Dakota, you said, because you're going on the 7th, right?
Well, here's my thing. If Jeff Miller wants to pull me on the 20th and
In Edmonton, yeah.
and I don't go to Atlantic City because if I can't find anybody who wants to split everything with me, then odds are I probably will be on what Jeff says. Because I do like going to the Edmonton Christmas parties. I love having a super match, but I also love winning. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And Lethbridge is a lot farther for me than Edmonton. So if I could do the 7th and the 20th, that would already kind of be a packed December for me.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I guess I was just saying, if you could come, then maybe Zach could come along, and then.
Oh, I know. Like we'll talk about it. We'll
Yeah,
see what
yeah.
happens. We'll see what's in
I
the
was
cards.
I'm pulling the main event against Byron this year. So
The only thing is, I know I have plans on the. Well, if like. I don't know how that would work. I got to see what happens with Atlantic City first before I do anything. Just because
it's gonna be just day by day for you, pretty much.
Yeah, because what I was going to say is I know it starts, I know the plan for them is to start at noon. So if I left that morning, I would have to leave at 6 or 7 if I wanted some leeway time, depending on the roads and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But they're gonna do an event too, so it's gonna be a tournament as well, like 0 to 180 something, and then 180 something. There's gonna be 3 classes anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 weight classes, and then
It's 185 to 240. It's a huge class. I actually think that'd be so fun to pull in that.
But you don't got to pull anybody heavier than that anyway. I mean, it kind of eliminates a lot of people, right?
Yeah, but it would be so much fun to pull like anyone from 185 to 242 because that's like everyone from like James Wisnowski to
Yeah.
like a cut Travis Robertson. You know what I mean? Like that's a fun class.
No, you're
You
right.
might even end up pulling Dustin Houghton.
Well,
Yeah, well Dustin's heavy right now.
Oh, is
Dustin's
he?
heavy.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
yeah, Dustin's 260 right now. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
The thing is, I don't even want to pull Dustin. He would just kill me. Like I would do it. Don't get me wrong, but like
It'd be
I
fun.
know when I have these super matches, I'm not just like, hey, I'm pulling anybody. Like I kind of know where I'm at. So, and I know the
I'm
like.
hoping to have arm left after Byron and just see.
Oh yeah, you're the main event, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Man.
Miles Hutton versus Jeremy Estee.
Yeah, that's a fun match. I actually really want to see how that one goes.
Yeah. Yeah. You got Pete Durning versus Jeremy Drose.
Which is also interesting because is that right or left?
Right.
Yeah, see, I would say Jeremy because I think Jeremy and I are really close right now, but Pete's been making leaps and bounds here lately, so
Yeah. And then you got Miles versus Colin Amanda Vandersteen.
Colin who?
Amanda. No, versus Colin. Colin. It says Colin Amanda Vandersteen, whoever that is. Maybe Colin Vandersteen. Who's that?
Must be from Lethbridge. I don't know. Miles
Yeah.
pulling him?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what it says. And then it's got F-Win, so Ducky versus Pete left-handed.
Okay.
And then
I got Pete. I got Pete on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Pete's left's good, man.
Yeah.
James Wisnowski versus Jaron Blackmore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of give that to Jaron.
I might take James
Which
on
hand,
that
left
one,
or right?
actually.
I might be leaning
Wait, is
Jaron.
it left or right?
It doesn't say.
Because if that's right hand, I think I have James as the favorite. If it's left hand, I think it might. I don't know.
I'm thinking if that, yeah, right hand.
I've just been impressed by Jaron, his versatility lately. Like
He is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is really good. I just
I think
think
he's
that
improving. Yeah.
if James gets what he wants in the setup, he'll probably win that one.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
James, I think, is
James
better
gets
in
frustrated,
a
though.
long match. I think if it gets drawn out, James has the advantage as well.
Yeah, he does get frustrated, but if he keeps his head on his shoulders and he sets up properly, he should win that one.
I love Jaron though. He's
But
a great
Jaron
guy,
pulls.
so.
I listen. If Jaron, listen, I'm not. This is not against James, but if Jaron watches your match at Backyard Super Slam, I think Jaron wins.
Well, that's fair.
He can pull. He can pull just like you, Zach. Like he can pull.
No, totally. Me and Jaron pull very much alike. I think the main difference between me and Jaron is I think I just have been what do you call it? Researching different lanes than he has. He's been more concentrating on specific lanes where I've been kind of just all over the place.
All over the place, yeah.
But it's kind of worked for me. It's really worked well for me doing that.
Yeah, you find holes and exploit them.
Yeah, so I feel like with James, like kind of like what Dakota was saying, if Jaron just knows where to go, there's a good chance he can just do the right thing and beat him. Because there is a lane that kind of puts James in a situation where he can't.
That lane frustrates James bad. That one lane. And
even if he has everything, you can still put him in a position where he has it all, but he can't move. You're just blocking his body from moving.
You did that, yeah.
Yeah. So if Jaron does that, yeah, that's totally fair. It's a good chance he'll be able to win. It's just I know James's hand is really strong. So James is just super aggressive center. It could go either way really quick.
I think you're right. I think I just see if it goes that way, I see Jaron beating him. And I think I was just seeing that in my vision, right? So you're right.
I think Jaron probably has a stronger arm. It's just James's hand is very good.
Yeah, no, I know, but when things don't go right for Jaron, I see him. He'll go into that press. He'll do it. And James gets very, very, very frustrated. Maybe James has overcome it now, though. Like that was what 2 summers ago.
My dad's home, guys.
Yeah.
He just got home.
Hello,
Hey, buddy.
fellas.
Hey,
How's it
Roger.
going?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good, buddy. Good.
It was a long, cold shift, but it's
I
over now.
bet. I bet.
I get a
Those
week
get
off
home.
and then back at her for 2. So,
Well, no, you're
Oh.
back for the match though.
oh yeah, I get to make the match, but yeah, I'm back in for 2.
Sweet. That's awesome.
He's feeling ready, Lee.
Wow. So what? You go back right after you pull, pretty much.
So he pulls, or so he comes back now, and then he's gone after the week. So next Tuesday, and then he gets to come back on
Okay.
Friday for Saturday to Sunday, and then goes back to work on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it gets to break it up a bit, eh?
Yeah, not much though, which sucks, but
Yeah. And then you got another match. You got Ben Souls versus Jason Shaw.
I don't know too much about Jason Shaw.
I know a little bit about him. I managed to pull him. He's newer to the sport, but he is strong. Like
Okay.
very, 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 very strong.
Fundamental or just
He's not
power?
fundamental. No, he's all
Not
over
fundamental.
no, listen, that's the thing. When he starts figuring it out, he's gonna be really good.
Jason's that new guy that wears the white shirt all the
Yeah,
time at Lethbridge, right? Yeah.
The guy,
He's
remember
strong.
you remember I was pulling him at
Ben's hand is just too much for him
yeah,
now.
I give it to Ben. I give
Yeah.
it to Ben. Ben's too technical.
Yeah.
Unless Jason can find a
Yeah.
way to access his power, Ben's gonna just
cut him off.
Yeah, he's gonna cut him off. And
You know what though? Ben has like a Miles hand.
yeah, it's a very big hand, man.
You know what? I want to see Ben and Miles pull.
That would be a good
Hey.
match.
I'm just thinking of that right now.
That
Now
would have
you
been a
brought
good
that up.
match. Yeah.
Ben and Miles right now, because that's like the new hand versus the
Versus
old hand.
Yeah. Ben's hand, you have to just, you know what? You just have to like not let him get anything and just take his hand out of the equation and just go through the arm. And I've been able to pin Ben, and his hand is big. It's a big, thick, fat old hand, and he's smart too. He can pull. He's got a king's move too. I mean, it will, if you don't know how to beat the king's move. Yeah. So even if Jason does get something and gets kind of to the A side, Ben's he's gonna be ugly, and yeah, he's just gonna tire Jason out and then pin him. But Jason is strong, and you know what? I see him in like 2 years being actually probably top 10 guy, probably. Yeah, more than likely. Super strong guy. Last time I pulled him at Lethbridge, I let him just bang. I was just holding him and just letting him go, but I could feel his power. Oh, he was going everywhere, inside, outside, and and I was practicing my high post, right? So I was just holding him with the kind of the bone line, absorbing it into the pad.
Down
But
into
I could feel if he got connected and knew what he was doing, he would have made me struggle if he knew how to do it. But he didn't. Yeah. I just kept blocking him high with the high post.
Yeah, and the thing is Ben with his Ben's got a not quite like yours, but similar, and Ben's just probably gonna do the same thing, right?
Yeah, Ben's a little different. Like he's not thumb oriented like me, but his hands stick all the way through from one side. Yeah.
When you're trying to hook somebody and you're new, that's like the worst thing possible.
Yeah, you feel like you're sliding onto into there. Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
And then the last match is me versus Byron.
Oh, you got to get this one. You got to get this one back.
I need this one.
Ryan, I pulled Byron. I think you should smack this guy around this time. I'm not gonna lie. I love Byron, but I was like, okay, Brian, you gotta win this one.
I know it's I don't get it. I've beaten all kinds of people that have beaten him. It's crazy, and I get him, and he's just he knows whatever he's doing. He knows, and I think I figured it out. So
he's your kryptonite for now.
Yeah, he's been my kryptonite because he knows. He knows. He doesn't let me get to the strap. No, he just grabs on right away and squeezes, and that's it. And he squeezes as hard as he can. He bruised my hand last time, and he just squeezes, and he doesn't care. He won't let me regrip. He definitely does. He holds on for dear life. Like I tried to slip. Fuck, I couldn't get out of his hand. It was horrible. But This time, I'm not even going to care. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to get what I want in the setup. I'm going to fight for that setup. I'm going to get the setup, and then I'm going to do what I do. And I'm not going to think about it. You know, every time I pull him, I'm like, I got to beat him. He's not stronger than me. And then I go right into where he's strong inside, and then he presses me. And I'm like, damn, right? Like this time, none of that. I'll be pulling him right outside his shoulder right away.
But Brian, you do know that like the longer you make that match, like your percentage just goes up with every
Yeah, that's the thing
like
too.
20
Yeah.
seconds that passes by.
Yeah, because he diminishes quick.
Yeah, you just gotta blow him up, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Do like a Devin Lorette round where you take 20 minutes, he'll be gassed. Because he's when he's squeezing your hand like that, he's exerting so much energy and he's building up the lactic acid and he doesn't train enough that his body's used to that. So it builds really quick.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, actually, the plan that I wanted to do last time I pulled him, I'm gonna do again, but this time I don't got to worry about a certain ref not giving me my ref script and everything else. You know, like, oh yeah, I don't like bashing anybody on here, so I won't. But I was mad at that guy. Like I counted it afterwards, minute 16 seconds. I fought for a ref script for a minute and 16 seconds, and he still refused me.
Yeah,
I was mad.
that's gay.
Oh yeah, I was mad that day.
But
you know, but hopefully I can get through him and not be too damaged. And I'd like to pull Len and Dustin.
Yeah.
No, I do. I want to feel. How am I going to ever beat him if I don't feel it? I got to feel
No,
it.
totally.
yeah,
No, totally.
might as well while you're there.
Not an easy ask, but at the same time, you don't want an easy ask. You know, if you want to
No,
sell,
and
you have to shoot.
this is a perfect time to do it. This is a perfect time. Just feel it, know it, and then when it matters down the road, I'll know. You know.
And I think with
Yeah.
Len and Dustin especially, I think if you do what we were talking about,
Yeah.
like just like in general, I think you'll do a lot better too.
I agree. Yeah, what we talked about in the truck in Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot actually. So it's kind of stuck with me, that conversation. So yeah, we'll see. I just got to fire. I got to fire on all cylinders, and I got to not think so damn much. That's all.
No, just gotta put the work in sometimes.
Yep. I know.
Oh, and guys.
Yep.
I'm the announcer / commentator for December 7th as well.
Oh, nice.
So you guys are gonna have to hear me talk even more.
Yeah, I got to get it so that way you have no criticism of me.
So,
I got to keep winning, so you can just be like, no, Brian's too good.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Shout out Travis Robertson. He offered me some really nice. He offered me some really nice things to do that for him. So, and it's something I enjoy doing. And he's really accommodating. Like he's gonna do my dad's match, so I can be my dad's corner. He's gonna do my match, and I think some of the match before, so I can start getting in the zone.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's really a win-win for both of us. I'm already there. I need to get that experience anyways. So. Because that's like obviously arm wrestling is my number one, but that's really something I enjoy doing is getting to announce all these guys and commentate and talk about the matches. I think that the more you talk about a match, the more you learn. You get a lot of in-depth knowledge that you can spread to other people or that you can kind of see. So,
well, yeah, it does. The more you talk about it, the more you pick it apart, the more you start seeing things. You might even think of something you didn't think about before.
yeah, especially when you're with other people. Like when I commentated with Kevin Roy and Tugboat there.
Yeah.
Or even when I commentated with this Power Hippo Streams guy a different time and he was newer, he was asking questions that made me think about things I don't usually think about, right?
Yeah, because he's looking at it from different angles. Yeah.
Yeah, just a different perspective because I see it one way now and I can't really see it a different way because I have my mindset and I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
So when people bring up different things, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and that makes total sense too, right? Like,
Yeah.
no, and and then Josh DeVoe reached out to me today and we talked for a while. And I think he's done with Shell Shock now. So he's gonna be really wanting to promote arm wrestling, it seems like. And he's looking to do like collabs where us promoters, we come together instead of working against each other. We actually say, hey, I'm good at this, you're good at that, you're good. And if we bring us all everything together, what what we're good at, we can make a really good event, right? Especially
Yeah.
it would take the stress off too.
Totally.
Like me, like I'm thinking about a big event in the fall, but if I carry that weight on myself, right, then that'd be no good. So that's why I like it that we're doing events now is through the fingers, because now I can share I can micromanage. I don't have to do everything. You guys can help. And if we
Yeah.
have other promoters that come on and co-promote with us, it just makes it better. It shares the stress load and the workload as well, right? So
Share the wealth, share the workload. Yeah.
everything, and I mean, I think coming together is what's going to grow and get the numbers rather than trying to be like a monopoly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got too many promoters that want to monopolize it and be the only ones that make all the money. Well, for one, I like making money. Believe me, I like making money. But first things first, I just like having a good event. And then if we make money, good. But if we walk away, we didn't lose any money, and everyone it was the best event, and people are talking about it. That's what we want, right? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So
Actually,
it's gonna be fun.
that reminds me too. This weekend, not in Alberta, but one of Alberta's big supporters, Perry Broom, is
Yep.
having a battle zone in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool super
Yep.
matches going on there. I know Perry's having a tournament over there, and he always has battle zones here. So for those of
Yep.
you who are looking at getting belts or looking at competing, it's going to be one for you guys to watch.
Yep.
Perry always is super nice to everybody out here, and he has great matches. And I know that Jacob Lee is going to be arm wrestling Chris Gallant.
Okay.
Okay.
That's gonna be a good match.
I'm really excited for that match. Yeah.
Chris has a really Jacob is a lot to handle, but Chris has amazing hand.
Yeah.
Like,
Right or left
really
hand?
good. Yeah, like
Is
I
yeah.
it
think
right or left
both.
hand
I'm
match?
not sure.
I'm not sure on that one. I'm really
I know
not.
Jacob's left is better than his right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pulled him recently. Yeah. But no, I mean Perry always has good events, good matches, and
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's doing Hinton again this year, I believe. So
Yeah.
Hey.
yeah, that'd be one. I'd like to do good in Hinton. I'm probably gonna be reffing, so if I'm reffing, I can't count on having a really good arm wrestling, but we'll see. Maybe if he doesn't need me to ref, I'll just pull and kick ass. That'd be nice this year.
Yeah,
But
that'd
if he
be
needs
sick.
me, I won't say no. Of course I'll help out.
Yeah.
I would like to not. I'd like to just compete at Hinton.
I want to have a super match in Hinton one of these years. It's one thing I haven't done that I want to cross off as a Battle Zone super match. Just
Just
because
gotta get to the number one contender, so you got to win your weight class there. And you
I
did.
know. Well, Perry likes me. He probably just let me have a fun one in there. You know what I mean? But um, just because of my dad did it, like my dad's had like 3 or 4 battles on super matches, so I'd love to have one with like on the same like promotion that my dad had
Yeah,
one
of
on.
course, of course. Yeah. No, that should be a good one. And Zach, how's your injury coming? How you doing?
I'll be out for a while, I think.
Yeah, it's still lingering.
Yeah.
I popped or pulled something today, and I'm worried about it. I was doing Moore's released a training video yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guess who was doing big, huge fucking
Rose? Oh, those.
no with the yeah, and I loaded up my loading pin and I was doing it while I was talking to Josh today, and something popped in my side. And I thought it was like an organ or something because it was right down where my kidneys are.
Yeah.
And anyway, I ripped a muscle in my side today. So
Yeah, Devin did that when he was pulling Dennis, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel it now. It's so really
Oh,
sore and tender. It's a muscle ligament just below the ribs.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was like, "Ugh," and I was it was flexing here, and it popped, rip, and I was like, oh shit. And
Yeah.
now it's all sore and bruised now. So it's hopefully just a micro tear,
Yeah.
but I'm a little worried. I'm like, oh shit, I think I fucked
Speaking of the higher level, did you see that Barbora girl's pulling Gabby at King of the Table 13 now?
Yep. That's a rematch.
Yeah, I know, but that's interesting.
Cora looks really good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I know she does. I think
I
Gabby
don't
can
know
do
if
it.
Gabby. I don't know if Gabby can beat her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I'd like to see
I'm
it.
not sure either, but at least Gabby knows now. She didn't know what she was up against last time.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, that was a
Like
lot.
the
Gabby's
female
never been
Levon.
challenged like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbour is really good.
I mean, Barboa destroyed Igla too, didn't she?
Destroyed everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
She's like the Levon of women right now.
Yeah, she looks like it.
So
Yeah, it's good. She's crazy, man. Good.
what do you think? What do you think about Devin and Morozov left-handed? Do you think that's actually a match, or do you think
I don't think Devin deserves it.
Yeah.
I'm with Ingen on that one.
I think Devin's
because of
physically
Jablonski.
capable of beating him.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this real quick. There's been many times where champions of lower weight classes in East versus West history, where they just get a title match because they're the title holder.
No, I agree.
So Devin's a 3-time belt holder.
I agree.
He was basically a 2-time at the same time. He just gave one up because out of courtesy. I would say he does deserve it in the sense of how everyone else it's a champion.
It's like that.
But I also agree with you. There's people that deserve it first.
Left arm.
I
think he gets Jablonski back, and then.
What I'm trying to say is, there's people that deserve it first, but the thing is, he is a champ and he was the world champion left arm recently.
No, you're right. You're right. He was number one in the world. He was one of the only ones ever to be number one right and left.
Yeah, and he lost to Jablonski, like you guys were saying.
But he did.
But what I'm saying is, I definitely think Vitaly should go against Morozov before Devin.
I think so too.
If Devin goes against Morozov before Vitaly, I think that's a little.
I don't think Jablonski should, but the way that Morozov.
No.
Did you see the way Morozov beat Jablonski? He just ripped through that press. Goes, "Fuck you!" Boom, ripped.
Wasn't that right arm or was that left arm?
I don't know. I forgot that was left arm. I thought that was left arm.
Maybe I thought that was right arm.
Oh, it might have
can't
been
remember now.
But
because if I'm pretty sure that was right arm because that would have been
but if Morozov did that to him right arm, what would he do to him left arm? Morozov's a lefty.
Yeah, but Camille's also in Camille's defense to be like, oh, I'm a lefty. You know what I mean?
I know, but
and to be fair, Morozov hasn't really had many lefty matches. He's had 2 matches in the past year and a half.
He went up against
Matchenko, didn't he?
Yeah.
Him and Kurdecha. That's basically the only 2 people I can think of.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's been pulling a lot of righty too.
Yeah, he's been sleeping on that left, especially maybe more so.
Alajon, I think the match to make is Alajon versus Morozov.
Well, Alajon
right or left or both?
Left.
Well, left.
Alajon sucks, right?
Does he suck right? Oh yeah,
he doesn't suck. He doesn't suck, but he's nowhere near the level of his left.
Dude, his left is the best from heavyweight down.
Yeah, it's the best.
Undisputed.
There's argument that he's the best pound for pound in every class.
Every class, even
supers. He won supers with the left.
As soon as he beats Morozov, he's number 1 left in every category.
Well, did you see him go through Hermes, man?
Yeah,
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Matyushenko was what surprised me most because Matyushenko was supposed to be basically people were saying he's number 2 in the world behind Morozov.
He's one of the best hookers there is, but the thing is,
Vitaly as well. But
even Ivan after or Yvonne or whatever however he wants to be called, he said that power, that second hit power, he's never felt anything like it ever.
Do you think Alazon would beat Vitaly?
Yeah, I don't know because the thing is, it depends. Not if Vitaly just goes high knuckle and top rolls.
See, that could be a style triangle there, though, because I feel like Morozov, I think matches up with Vitaly better than Alazon, but I think Alazon could be strong enough to beat Morozov. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they all beat each other in a circle. Yeah.
I don't know. They're growing, man. It's getting there.
Did you see that picture Sanders posted on Instagram of his left arm?
Oh, Sanders is a beast, man. I'm telling you,
he's huge right now.
Is looking big.
Yeah,
I feel like he maybe got an injury or something over the past year, or just something because
he had a lot of tweaks and a lot of small injuries.
It looked like something was wearing him down because he hasn't been as explosive or precise in recent times.
He actually had so when he went up against Sagoff, remember how he's like, why isn't he going inside? Why isn't he, what I mean? He kept going for that outside move constantly. Is because his shoulders was injured. He didn't have the commitment. He couldn't commit to going in with him because
He was
Sandra, I seen him go inside with Sunev, and he pulled through Sunev and pinned him in a hook.
Yeah.
That's impressive. And I think he could have beat if he would have went inside or even pulled Sag off out of his shoulder, but he couldn't. His shoulder was bugging him, and he had to keep going to that posting top roll. And he tried to just hold him right with the top roll, but he just Sagoff was just too much. Plus, he was pushing with his chin and shit. Now I didn't like that match. I mean, that was cheap. Yeah, he was using his beard. He has such a big beard, and he was like actually pushing with his chin. Like it was. I didn't like it. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a few matches East versus West that's made me. And Paul Lynn versus fucking Sasha.
Yeah.
I was freaking on that match. I was so mad. Like I'm like, you got to pin him for fucking 20 seconds to get a call. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
losing it. Yeah, I think that match was almost stolen from him, but I mean, he's humble. He didn't say nothing when I brought
he
him.
is humble. Yeah,
Yeah, I love Paul Lynn's awesome.
yeah.
Great guy. I mean, that's why I'm such a big fan of his.
Isn't Paul Lynn pulling Krasny?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fun.
that's fun, man. But I think Paul is going to be. Honestly, I think Paul's going to, unless Krasny's been leveling up more. I think Paul's going to go through him. See the way he went through Lachlan? Oh,
I did, man. Yeah.
And I mean, and Lachlan gave a battle to Krasny.
Well, dude, I've gripped up with Lachlan before, man, and like.
You said you warmed him up or something.
Yeah, he's strong.
Oh yeah, he looks
like
strong.
when he was like starting to like rev up, I was like, damn, because he was pulling that Georgian dude, and I was like, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. No, Lachlan's no joke, man. That's for sure. But I mean, I was surprised the way Paul handled that match. It was like, wow, that's top notch. Yeah. And I mean, who's actually whooped Paul? Only Irakli actually made short work of him.
Yeah.
No one else. Yeah, Irakli's the only one that I've seen actually go through Paul, like, decently easy.
And Irakli's like a machine.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, fellas, I gotta make a mile here. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Were you going to practice again?
Pardon?
You going to practice?
When is it?
I don't know. Oh, I thought maybe you're going to practice.
Oh no, I'm going to play some volleyball.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with my sister tonight. So
yeah, Sean says Vitaly would crush Alazan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Which
can
is
understand.
fair.
Vitaly, like,
all right, boys. Have a good rest of your night.
Okay. Have a good night, brother.
Peace.
Okay.
Yeah, you too, man.
See you,
Take it easy.
Dakota. What do you think? I think Vitaly would crush Alazan.
Me too. That's why it's
would
like
be too much.
I feel like Vitaly has earned the spot,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I think so too. Vitaly's arm too is arm length, and then Alazan, it'd be too much because all Vitaly would have to do is just stay posting high. How would Alazan suck him down? I don't know. I see that being stylistically all Vitaly.
yeah, not giving Alazan much access to any rotation or back pressure. He's just stuck trying to just go straight sideways with Vitaly.
Yeah, and he would almost have to dad move him, like do that Vash guy, or what's that one guy's name? You know who I'm talking about? The guy that
Brez?
Yeah, Brez. Yeah, that's his name. Brez. Yeah. If he pulled something like that, maybe he could do it. That guy he can hook somebody. He can hook you without knowing you're in a hook. You can think you're on top, and he's got you down here on the wrist. Dad's moving your arm to the pad. Yeah. And so don't plan no matches for you anytime soon. Are you going to be actively rehabbing it?
Gonna try, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I'm always looking for the next match for you. So, but yeah, you're gonna have to be healed. But your left's good though, and you've been doing lots with it.
Yeah. Feeling good.
Well, you might just have to pull left-handed for a while until your right's good, right? And maybe
Well, that's what I've been doing
I've
been doing that for 6 months. I just only pulled super matches.
Yeah, I know. But now you got fucked up a bit. So
It's the part that's fucked up isn't even the hand and wrists.
yeah,
that's a lot, but it's still the arm from.
Oh, it's still really.
Yeah, that's what's messed up.
Wow, it's just
Same
that's like
old
a nerve,
injury. Just
a nerve
it's never
thing.
really gotten better. It's only really gotten worse. It's just I don't know.
Hmm.
Daily pain might have got better, but then like the random
Yeah, I know.
pain
It's
jolts are
pain, like
just still there.
jolting nerve pain almost, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That there, it's almost like you're gonna have to build up around it. You're gonna have to build everything around it strong, and then it will heal eventually. Because
yeah. I'm gonna do
unfortunately,
something.
whatever it is something that you activate when you pull. So because it activates all the time when you pull, it's never really fully healing, and it's causing you issues.
I have no pronation defense, and every time I go sideways, I just or forward or no matter what I do, I can only like hammer curls. If I turn like this, I can go
Yeah,
like this, but I can't ever go sideways. Just pain
yeah.
instantly. I'll go like
No,
20%. It just
I
starts
get it.
hurting. 40 hurts
No.
a lot more, so it's
Do you remember
hard.
back when I had my back thing? It never could heal. Never healed because how I pull, I'm always using my brack. Didn't matter how long I went. I'd go a few weeks. Oh, it feels a little better. And then I'd pull and it'd be the same thing all over again every time. And it just never went away. And then eventually, um, I just didn't pull much for a while and I really built up everything around it, built my elbows really good. And then eventually it healed. And then now I have no issues. But it was like a year and a half, I think I had that injury. It just because I activate it and I couldn't figure out how to pull without activating my brack
Yeah.
because it's just a natural, like you got natural muscles you use as a puller. Everybody's different. Guys
Totally.
complain about elbow pain all the time. Well, I never even knew what that was until I hurt my brack because I had to pull a little different. I started getting the elbow pain, right? But I think it depends on your pulling style and the way you pull, and you use a lot of frame and everything. You're probably always activating that in your arm, right? So, any plans, any event plans coming up for you?
Just the 7th so far.
It's just the seventh, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I haven't looked at the tournaments. I don't know if there's anything even close. I'd like to pull an event soon, like a tournament, but I don't know if there is anymore. We have to travel for that shit. Thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, you probably if you're pulling the seventh, yeah, you wouldn't be able to. Even if you could come, you probably wouldn't be any good for the 14th.
No, not for winning anything.
No, probably not. But and it's a big classes too.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't see a woman's class posted on there. A lot of people, a lot of women were asking. Um, I'm thinking they're going to do it if enough show up that are willing to pull. I'm pretty sure Mike will make a women's class. I think the problem is the women's attendance lately has been so shit poor, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then the next one is not announced or released yet. Will be the Armageddon qualifier, and you know what? It's gonna working on it. Sounds like it could happen February 1st. So
Right around that time type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. And a lot of talk on how it's gonna be run and stuff. It might be a little different. And I probably if it goes the way it's looking, I recommend all of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, anybody that can get here for that one. I highly recommend it because it'll give you an opportunity to get on a good production with the M spot.
Yeah.
And, you know what? That's value in itself, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, I get on the
yep.
Mabel. Oh, I disappeared.
Yep. Yeah, because once you get that production under your belt, then you have that footage forever, right? So
You
and
have your loss.
oh
Speak
yeah,
of forever. Now,
or your win, yeah. I mean, the first one, it was just too bad you didn't have audio on that one.
yeah, it is.
I
What
still
it is.
think you should have been a main card, but you pulled two matches and crushed two of the best Montana guys, so you did pretty good, right?
Oh, there'll be more stuff coming up. Don't worry.
Yeah, King Arthur, his arms again going to be in Red Deer. We're looking at doing it. Dion, I've been talking to. He's the main promoter, Dion.
Yeah.
We're just going to co-promote and help out the
The
event.
Wilsonator.
The Wilsonator, yes, that's his name. And yes, it looks like things are lining up. It'll be just outside of Red Deer, just off the highway at track on 2 is that's what the plan is right now. I mean, things could
Yeah.
change, anything can happen.
Of course.
Dion's probably cringing, going, "No, don't talk about it yet." But why not build some hype? So that way, if you do, when it does get posted, we work it all out, then, you know, you'll have it on the brain. You'll be like, oh yeah, that
no set dates, but
yeah, exactly.
look, just prepare for around that date, you know?
Yeah, and I want to see our best. Like, I'd like to see some of our best go to Montana and really, you know, get just show like the states what we have, you know, like
Armageddon is all about the show.
it is.
The You know, it's not necessary. It's not necessarily about having the world's best arm wrestlers always pulling,
Right.
but the good talent is awesome to see for sure.
Yes, it's the right match.
Like the Mabel, I think is more. The Mabel's a little more focused on the talent, whereas Armageddon, I think, is more focused on the entertainment.
Yeah,
So if you're really good at
matches.
being entertaining, usually a really good puller is also really entertaining. So it usually goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah. And I'm
But
learning.
for people that are just getting into the sport,
Oh,
you could get on an Armageddon even if you're relatively new.
yep. Oh, yeah.
Like the first Armageddon had people pulling that was their first time stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's just
Whereas
it
the
too.
Mabel's a little more.
Well, yeah. No, I agree. But you know, like this qualifier happens, you know, and you know what? Even if you don't win your bracket, but you do good at the qualifier, and Dion's sitting there going, you know what? I got this guy here. That guy, he'd get, oh man, he didn't win. He got second, but you know what? Remember that guy's style? You might get you might get contacted even though you came second. And next thing you know, you got a super match on TV. Like they're M Spot just signed a deal, or Red Leg Studios signed a deal with Pluto TV, Tubi TV, Fight.com, and Amazon Prime. So all this shit's going to be starting to play and air on these channels, right? So it's like you can't ask for a better opportunity. I mean, to me, it was money well spent paying to go to that event and do everything. You know, it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
you know?
It was a fun time. I like going down to Montana.
Well, me too. And I don't think I would have got even though I lost, I don't think I would have got the Uncle John match, you know, like that launched me a bit, you know. All of a sudden it was like, yeah, okay, let's get Brian, you know. I only had 6 days notice on that match, but but at least you can't say no. You know what? I don't care. Like, unless you feel like you're injured and you can't be competitive at all, well, then maybe no, say no. But you get an opportunity. Guys complain, oh, I want super match. You want this. If someone asks you for a super match, man, unless you're injured, you're crazy if you say no. Honestly, you're crazy.
And people got to think about this too. If there's 15 super matches, that means there's 15 losers, right?
Yep.
Just because you lose doesn't mean it's game over or anything, right?
No. It's like I took it hard when I lost to Uncle John because I had a perfect super match record, official super match record.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, yeah, I'm perfect. I don't lose. You know what I mean? And then sure enough, you know.
Hey man, that just means you're facing the wrong guys.
Well, I learned a lot too, right? Like, you know, like you know, I still felt way stronger than him, but he was a better arm wrestler than me, you know, like, and it made me learn a lot since then. Like, I never used to care that much about the setups. I'd just go. If I felt I had anything, I'd be like, okay, fuck it, let's go. And I would just power through. But then I learned, okay, no, you know what I mean? If your opponent's got more than you on the go, that's not good. All right. So you need to fight. You got to fight for what's yours and make sure you got what you want before the match starts. So I think Devin's right. When Devin goes on about the fight doesn't start when the ref says go. You know, the fight starts like when you guys are walking to the table, that fight starts. Like, you know, you need to
Fight starts after you shake hands.
Yeah, exactly.
You walk up and shake hands, and then you go to
it. That's it. Yeah. Now you're fighting. You're fighting for your grip, your setup. You're fighting for every little nook and cranny, because that's what makes champions versus non-champions, right? You can beat somebody every day in a practice, but you go to the table and he does a better setup and he beats you. Well, you're not really better. Oh, I beat him all the time. Well, no, you don't. Because in the event, he does this shit and he beats. I've heard guys say that, and I'm like, no, you got to work on that, obviously. Like, obviously, you're not that good.
And there are tricks you can use. Like I know a little trick where the person, if you're really getting your hand blown up in the setup, just stop, let them get whatever they want, and let them, you know. And then what you do is you chop your hand down forward and supinate heavy, scoop your hand up, and then pronate, and you'll basically neutralize everything they just did back to just a neutral grip.
You
works very, very well.
Well, that's why they say sometimes the last person to grip, right?
Because if you're controlling where it's rotating as it ends, you're the one who's loaded the pronation. Their pronation isn't loaded anymore. It's been twisted down. It's not loaded up, right?
Yeah.
There is a difference. It doesn't seem like there would be, but there's a you can feel the difference. You're like, oh,
Well, I'm
okay.
back. Yeah, Mike said in the chat that
We'll
yeah,
mix
that's
that.
the plan. I think that's what he was talking about when I was saying the girls bracket. If enough women show up, he'll make a bracket.
Hopefully.
So yeah, Mike said that's the plan. So it's gonna be good. Oh, hey Mike, look, Iron Core, buddy. We're in that. Yeah, see?
Hey.
And then Armageddon too. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Hey, we just represent, eh? Yeah. I know it's good. It's good. Yeah. We have anybody
I would wear
got some
cool
gear
hats,
to-
but I don't want my hair to. I want to show off this hair before it balls away.
Oh, I'm bald, man. That's why I shave my head all the time for matches.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But if anybody's got gear they want to send in and us to wear, I'll wear
Hey.
it. Send it in. Yeah.
Any
Why not?
type of gear.
Well, I try to like if I go to a tournament and I get a shirt or something, I'll try to rep
Yeah.
it. I'll alternate through. I wish I would have got one of those shirts though. Yeah, I was pretty jealous when you guys got the jerseys. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I like these jerseys. They're cool.
they're pretty awesome. I know. I was like, man, I got to be reffing. I tried everything to get a match for that event, man.
It was a good event. I had a fun time. Even though I lost, I still had a fun time.
Yeah, Rob says he'd like to see us in Ontario. You know what? I wish I could have had that match. I had a match against Tiny December 21st, but funding fell through and it was tough because originally they were flying me, giving me a little bit of food allowance and hotel and everything, but then something about a sponsor fell through or something. But anyway, right, December 21st, right before Christmas, they pissed my wife off. But because I wasn't paying anything, she was okay with it. But when everything went south and then I had to cover the cost, the flights were like $700-800 to come back, like right before Christmas. It was just like a $1,500 expense I didn't have because I would have had to pay for a hotel. Then I think he said he'd give me a hotel but I had to share it with whoever came. But either way, it just didn't work out. But I did try to come to Ontario. That was in Brampton, and we'll be watching that pay-per-view, and I recommend everyone buy it. That's going to be banger matches. Victor Beloff's going. He's got a match against who's he against? Oh,
The loser?
man. Yeah. No, but Victor's got a match against somebody. Joe Fox is going down pulling Alan
Yep.
Ford.
Yep.
Yeah,
I really hope here's the thing. Like if you look who's the number one at that weight, Joe has owned the national title for a while now.
Yeah. But I mean,
But Alan's kind of been the secret kind of people are saying is Alan kind of really the number one guy and he's just not going to nationals. We'll find out. I really think
it's
Joe
a wicked match.
I think Alan's also really good. I think either of them could win it, but I think Joe will have the slight edge because I think he's better in a burner.
I give the edge to Alan until I don't. So
until it becomes burner, kind of.
Yeah, like if Alan doesn't take everything and finish Joe, I see it going more towards Joe.
As long as Joe maintains some sort of pronation, as long as he's not.
He just needs a little bit. Yeah, Joe doesn't care if his hand goes like this because he'll still just power.
He can just wait, and surge off.
And that's what he does. And Joe, if you're watching this, don't do that shit against Alan. Don't let him. He's so comfortable, Joe. I watch him. He lets guys get him right to here because he feels good, and then he does that drive, right? Yeah. But I wouldn't do that with Alan because
this is Mac.
The Mac 2 championship.
Mac 2, yeah. So Victor has a match at Mac, yeah.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's pulling right. No, I can't forget the guy's name.
Not Ryan Espy.
No, not Ryan Espy. The guy's pretty good that he's pulling.
What weight? 220?
Yeah, 220. Yeah. Alan. Yeah, they did. Alan did have a good match with RBJ, but I mean, I don't know. That match was a little weird.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on here and you're flying, Sean?
Yeah, he's on the flight.
You're not allowed to be on your shit when you're flying. They make you do it on airplane mode when I'm on there. That's cool.
You can get it going.
You're a rebel, bro.
It won't hurt.
That's I didn't know you could do that. Why did they tell us to turn it off anyway? Is there a reason?
I looked up the reason before and I watched this whole video on it. It's
Aviation to the Fox frequencies or something, maybe.
apparently not. That wasn't it.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I thought it was. That's what everyone imagines, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, how would it magically just screw with everything? It just doesn't really make sense,
Yeah, that's kind of true too.
right? I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
it's not like they're operating on the exact same frequency that Wi-Fi is on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 gigahertz spectrum. I don't think they're riding on that. I think they're doing their own,
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've been thinking, you know what, too? People in the chat, whenever you watch us, you ever have, especially if it's people in Canada or people that we can make matches of, put in so and so versus so and so would be a good match. I actually want to hear from everybody all the time on the matches because as we start holding more events, we want to know what matches would be good. Like I don't want to do any more duds. I'd like to get like all bangers if possible. So yeah, just ever you think of a match like, oh, Victor would be good to pull this guy, or Zach should pull fucking so and so. Boom, Yeah. I don't know.
yeah,
Lately I've been having a lot
yeah.
of
Sean was
breakdowns.
saying he paid for the
What do you say?
yeah. Sean was saying he paid for the Wi-Fi. You're
Oh,
saying
he
you
paid.
paid for the Wi-Fi for the flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you
He's saying
use,
there's a
yeah,
chance it might interfere with the plane's electronics. Could be that used to be a little electrician there, and if you cross wires, like you're supposed to run all the wires in parallel, because if you cross them, it can create electromagnetic fields that just fuck with it.
okay,
So maybe
yeah,
it could do something with that. Maybe that has to do with it. Maybe yeah. Maybe there's no insulation on the wire. Who knows, right? When you think about it, they probably didn't design them with cell phones in mind. When you really think about it, they
well,
were designed in the 70s and the 60s, like
yeah,
commercial airplanes, right?
yeah. I'm sure they got like new upgrades and shit. Oh, Dakota versus Miguel. Ooh, I don't know. Miguel's pretty good, man. Dakota's good too. Miguel, though, I've been following him. He's pretty good. That young guy, right? Like 19
Yeah,
or 20. He's young. Yeah. Zach versus Nathan. I think I don't. That's a weight disparity, but
a little bit, but I don't care.
yeah, I actually give that to you still. Yeah,
He's
but I think
he's
it'd be
really
tougher
really
now.
strong.
Nathan's upgraded. Nathan's been getting better.
He is really strong. If my right hand was 100%, I would hope that I could do something. But
I think
every time I've ever pulled him in the after pull, he maintains control the whole time. But I haven't
yeah,
pulled him in a while. But
he's big and strong. He's bigger than you and stronger than you. But I don't know, man. Anybody that paints their nails, man, I don't know. I think you beat him. So I know he paints his nails. I've seen that shit. So yeah.
I can try. I can try.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if he paints his nails. I don't know if it was him I seen. I'm just bugging. But I think he's actually impressed me though. Actually, Nathan's actually been getting really good. He was at the qualifier and he pulled. Was it the qualifier? No, he was at the international event in Calgary. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, and he did good. Yeah, yeah, that was a good event. I wouldn't mind doing another one.
Yeah, maybe that match will come about.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, you're looking. The forums are looking pretty good. Yeah,
Big juicy forearms.
yeah. Like I don't like my tattoos sometimes. My tattoos, you can't tell.
You can't see
You
the
can't
big
see my
cut lines on the
stripe.
forearm.
Yeah, you can't see my striations and shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's solid.
One sec, you can get. You can't see it very much here, but you get see all the
Yeah, you
striations
don't
down
get to
there.
see that on me because I'm so tatted.
I mean, I like some of your tats. Are pretty sick though.
Yeah, I got Jason. I got Freddie. I got Pinhead.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, eh? That one.
Chucky.
Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Candyman. It's hard to see. It's an eyeball with a B, and yeah. Then I got Alien.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I got the Queen Mother. Well, no, the Queen Mother is my arm, the back of my arm, that one. And then I have another alien there. I really like the alien movies. And then I got a bunch of shit. A face sucker here. You know, the things that go on your face. I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting more tattoos, but they're addicting. I don't even recommend someone get a tattoo because once you do, it's like
Hmm.
it's stupid, you know.
Yeah, I'll get one day maybe.
Yeah. What are they saying now? Miles versus Sean said Miles versus Levon. The way Miles is going, maybe, maybe one day. Mhm. I think you're right. I think right now Miles should be pulling Ben Brooks or Ben Souls.
Miles is looking really good. I think I haven't seen his Mayhem footage. I haven't seen too much
I
Mayhem.
seen it. I seen it. I seen one match where he did the old.
Yeah.
He
I haven't
did,
seen it yet.
did you see the one where he took Curtis's hand and then gave it back to him again?
I saw Curtis posted that. I saw that.
Yeah.
Someone posted that, or someone sent it to the chat. I saw that one. Yeah.
I'm gonna bug you, Miles, all the time. That's twice I've seen you where you could have won and you give it all back. Just I don't know. You're like, oh, that's too easy. I'm gonna go back. Yeah.
Miles is the type of guy who gets curious, I think. Like now I could probably do one thing, but
his hand's so
let
dominant.
me try this,
Yeah, Miles has a good hand, man. And I did get I got to feel him when he was a little tired, man. Fresh, he'd be really, really good. Like
I think that curiosity is what's making him grow so fast because he's taking chances and stuff. And even if he does lose, he's
learns. Feeling it. Yeah, but he knows where the level is too.
You know?
Yeah,
exactly. He's feeling it all out, right?
Yeah, like
the best way to learn, you can hold things, but to physically do it's your best route.
Yeah, I was listening to some bullshit the other day, and it was on somebody's podcast, and they're like, "Oh, I think an amateur, like you really should, until you're dominating the class." I'm like, you know what? And this is a promoter saying this shit, so I'm like listening. Oh, and then that's why we want to do novice, amateur, semi-pro, and pro. I'm like, all you're doing, listen, amateur, you get in the sport, you spend the time you need to pull safely till you feel competitive, and then guess what? The longer you stay there, the longer you're going to hold yourself back because you will not know the level and you won't know what it's about unless you join in the pro.
And a big thing too is if arm wrestling had 10 times the competitors at every event, okay, maybe what they're saying would make sense. Do the novice, do the amateur, do the semi-pro, do the pro. Yeah. But when you have 10 times less, you can't do that with 10% of the numbers you need for that, right? To have that many different divisions, you're looking at what? Holy hell, dude. You got to have 700 people show up at least to cover all that.
And there's only a few classes a few places, like Winter Blast in the States is big. I was actually going to try to maybe see if we can even get a sponsor and the three of us go. That's through the fingers. I think that's a good one to go to in the States. It's like 700 people every year, 500 to 700 people. You got Mayhem at the Mall most of the time.
That's the type of numbers you need, right?
Yeah, and an Ottawa Open. The Ottawa Open does 500 to 700 entries.
If you want it to be a huge, big, massive event, you got to have multiple stages.
Yeah,
6 to 8 tables going at all times.
Yeah,
and then you do you do it the classic way where you save all the finals matches. You run through the whole thing, and then you do the culminated stage, or just the one stage, or just the finals matches. Boom, 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 all through.
You watch.
And if that's 6 weight classes times 4, that's 24. That's basically 24 matches you watch.
No, exactly. Well, you wait though. At the end, I was thinking this year coming up, or eventually when the money flows, I want to do some bigger prize pool events. Like I'm talking, if you know what, back in the day when the Brzinks and the Barbosas and the RVJs and all those guys traveled to the tournaments, it was because there was something in it for them. There was money. You know what I mean? And the problem is none of our events have anything to do with money. It's like somehow we have to find the right sponsors, the right people to work with, and get to a point where it's like, a big portion of what comes in goes back to the competitors. If you can,
I just thought of a cool little idea here. This might be dumb, but I'll throw it out there. What if you do like kind of like not a 50-50, more like a 80-20. So like really give it to the competitors, maybe even a 90-10, where you have a kind of like an open division or just a division, just its own one weight, where you pay to enter, so it's like it's separate from all the other divisions. So you pay to enter, and let's say you get a win, that gets you 1 ticket in the draw. So say you get 2 wins, but then you get 2 losses, so you're out of the bracket now. But you got 2 tickets to put into the
good idea.
It's basically a 50-50 draw.
I know what you're saying.
But 90% of the profits go to the winner, and then 10% go to us, type of thing.
To the house, to help cover costs.
Yeah, just a small, super small, like not a 50-50 or anything like that.
Yeah. I think that's
more so people can kind of have fun, be like,
I
Well,
would
if I
like
can
to,
get 4 or 5 wins here, you know.
well, and I was even thinking, no, I think that's a good idea. So, because you remember I was talking about we should, after my last event with Ronnie, we did that. Remember the overall at the end?
Yeah.
That was the funnest
The
fucking
overall,
shit
yeah.
ever, man.
Yeah,
It was so
exactly.
fun.
So
Like that was,
so
yeah.
exactly. You make it something like that. And I mean the prize could be massive. Someone could go home with $500. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, exactly. Well,
Like
see, that's what.
if a bunch of people enter, let's say, right? Like I'm
Well,
just making up shit here,
what
but
if
like
you did it
if
this way?
there's
What if
you
you
know,
did it this way? You know, the pro division. Why not say, listen, and it sounds horrible. Like at first, you're not knowing people are not going to like the sound of this, but listen, $100 is an entry. And guess what? The first 60, we cover the tournament like we always would. It pays for the
okay,
trophies, it pays for everything. But
yeah,
that $40 above 60, right? That all goes into prize pooling. So if you got 300 entries in the or 250 entries in the pro classes,
oh God,
that'd be 250 times 40. Like that's a decent prize pool. You can put up first, second, third place prize money.
yeah,
500 to first, 300 to second, 100 to third. So basically, if you finish third, you get your money back. You know what I mean? I'm telling you,
yeah.
it
That's
could
fair.
work.
That's fair.
I
I
think,
mean,
yeah, because you're not going there to place under podium. No one, like, I don't go to an event say I'm going to get fourth or fifth. I go, I'm gonna, I'm
no,
beating
no.
him. I'm going, I'm
And
gonna.
if it gets to the point where we could have a semi-pro and a pro, then I think that would make sense because then you could still
Yeah,
have people go in the semi-pro who are pro that maybe couldn't afford to spend $100 per arm, you
yeah,
know.
no, I get it. I get it.
But to have that option would be good though, because like say, what if you really believe in yourself? You're like, I can make some money here. You know what I mean?
That's right. But there's a lot of guys, like, I mean, a good portion of the arm wrestlers would think that.
Hey man,
And you wouldn't take away from trophy. You would still get a trophy because the first $60 still pays for all the stuff you
yeah, it
normally
all
get.
goes towards it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
no, I
I
think
mean,
that's cool because you have like someone in my class, like I show up to my class, I'm like, okay, maybe, but then Dustin Leach shows up or something, and then he starts just going through everybody. Like, okay, maybe I won't get first, but I can still get second or third. You know what I mean?
well, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, um, I think we're not looking at it right. I think as promoters too, you're just not looking at it right. Especially if you can advertise for 4 months. So let's say $100 does sound like a lot for somebody. But if they got 4 months to prep and
That's not so
prepare,
bad. That's not so
it's not
bad.
so bad. And I was talking to Josh DeVoe today, and I know it's hard for a lot of people, but where there's a will, there's a way. I
Yeah.
I think pre-registration is the best. And I think honestly, even I like to sometimes pay when I show up and weigh in. But if it's up for 4 months and you know about it, and even if you
And I
don't
mean,
have a
we could
bank
do a
account,
pre-registration like discount as well, right?
yeah, and then you get a discount too. Of course, you would get offered a discount, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's better. And then, you know what? There's no surprises, man. Like, you know what I mean? And the day comes, we got the brackets made already. Everything's made. We can say 11 o'clock we start. And instead of spending an hour and a half doing brackets and shit, we just go, okay, we're starting. Brackets are done already. You know what I mean? People just show up. All they do is weigh in and sign a form. That's it. And the brackets are made. I'm telling you. And yeah, and if you restrict with it, maybe there'd be a few complaints in the first one or so. But after a while, people would know if they don't pre-register, they can't compete. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It would make everything. You imagine if the tournament started right at 11, went perfect, brackets were made already. We had all these things in place where, yeah, there's prize money, trophies. Like you get the best of both worlds. You're winning a trophy and you're winning a pot. I
Yeah.
think that the volume of pullers you'll get is going to be everybody's going to make a priority to be at that event.
And I think as long as we give the yeah, boom, this is kind of a bigger event that's going to be a little more grand in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
But it's not like every event will be that super expensive either, right? Because
No,
it takes more. It takes a little more planning to do something that big too, right? It takes a little more resources. It takes a
it
little more.
definitely does. That's why I say eventually get to that point, right? Like
Yeah,
obviously there's steps in between and building process, right? But
totally.
that's what I would like to see, like then it's professional too, right? Like we were talking, me and Josh today, he does these powerlifting things. He
Yeah,
runs one of the biggest powerlifting expos in North America at the Shell Shock, right? And he told me that it's always been pre-registration and it's just the way it is. It's like there's no registration when you show up, it's done. Like everything is done. and it runs so much smoother, and it doesn't have hiccups, and the pre-work is so much easier for the organizer as well. Plus, like I said, you don't got to worry about it. You basically just got to show up, and all the paperwork that you've agreed to online, we've already printed it off. You're just getting weighed and signing a paper. That's it.
You're just signing it off at that point.
Yeah, and the brackets, it doesn't matter because the brackets are already in the system. They're in the computer. They're made, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Like I'm excited, and you know what? I think we got to get out of just listen. We've always done it this way. This is the way we've always done it, and all the events are the exact same thing. Why don't we just say no? We're going to start now, and we're going to take the strides to make it better and more efficient and more professional. And plus, we want to bring in big conglomerates, like big corporations and stuff like that as sponsors. Well, they want it to be so professional, right? And then you might get the bigger companies that actually start sponsoring some guys, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know. I get excited easy. I started thinking about just like, not doing it first or anything. I hope someone's watching this, holds an event and takes in some of the ideas, because I think it'd be awesome. Right.
No,
And
totally. I mean,
yeah. Well, no, imagine if all the tournaments were money tournaments, right? Now you're a professional arm wrestler. You can be like, yeah, you know what? I'm hitting this one. Next month I'm hitting this event. Okay, I'm not doing nothing for 2 months. Then I'm hitting these 2 events. And then all of a sudden at the end of the year, they got like 10 grand in the bank because they're like, yeah, I won this year just arm wrestling, right? I mean, that would be, you get a lot of talk, and I know that the attendance might change, and you might even get a lot of non-arm wrestlers say, hey, there's fucking money in this, right? Because a lot of guys don't want to arm wrestle. Oh, you get injured, there's no money, you get a trophy, but what if there's $1,000 for first place, right?
I mean, that's yeah.
That's motivation, right? You're sitting on the couch, you're like, I could arm wrestle. Fuck, it's $1,000, Oh, second place gets 500. You know what I'm saying, right?
Oh, totally.
And I'm sure that's why all those big names back in the day, Brzezinski, Barbeau, like I watched that Arms TV, and remember that guy would follow him around. They would go to all these events, but some of the prizes were like 2,500 to first place, or you know what I mean?
But yeah, once you get sponsors, and it's not you're not making a prize pool based off the entry fees anymore.
Yeah.
That's when you get big prizes.
Yeah, no, I agree. But you have to like build up to it, and you have to show sponsors that that's where it's at too, right? In a way.
Okay, the whole point of the sponsor is there has to be some sort of way that the sponsor could make some revenue back, right?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Like, there's 0 point in being a sponsor if there's no way you're ever gonna make revenue back. It's just how business works, right?
Yeah.
So you just gotta find the right sponsor that believes.
Yeah, you want to touch in. Well, see, I started hitting supplement companies, so I got turned down by Popeyes. I tried getting Popeyes. They said they're not interested in that type of thing. And I'm like, well, it's stupid, because you know how many arm wrestlers take supplements like protein shakes and stuff. Like a lot of arm wrestlers are in the gym, like they're serious, and they're doing a lot of the same supplements that the bodybuilders are, even though they're using them for different reasons.
And it's a fresh market if they can get out there.
Gary Roberts
sponsor all the major athletes first.
Yeah. Josh
said, boom,
Yeah, no, I agree.
All major athletes.
Well, that insurance company that Josh has at his Shell Shock all the time, they pay him to be there. And basically what they do is and this is another thing, arm wrestlers, you probably don't all know about this. This insurance company, if you need to talk to somebody, talk to Josh DeVoe, he could probably hook you up. They sell insurance protecting us. So like if let's say I'm on the table and I pop a bicep tendon, I have insurance, and they actually pay for the surgery and everything. The insurance covers the surgery costs, everything, and private outside of normal healthcare. So yeah, because it's an emergency, it's a sports injury, and it's priority, and you're insured for it. If you break your arm, same thing. Like Josh popped his bicep tendon, and his insurance gave him like 15 grand or 14 grand for the surgery or something. Like there's things that we can get as arm wrestlers. So just saying, yeah, you guys might want to look into getting insurance, because it's apparently it's like, yeah, anything, like you break your arm, you tweak something, whatever, you put a claim in just like you would a normal insurance company. So yeah, Gary Roberts, that's Sean said the guy's name. Yeah, he was pretty cool. You know what? Even though he doesn't now, he just does football or whatever for Travis. I really enjoyed watching Arms TV. That was some good shit. That guy, no one has as much love as that
Sure.
guy. He would travel around just to record all the arm wrestlers all the time. Yeah. Like that's
All right, well, I gotta head out here.
oh yeah,
Like,
no
it's
worries. Yeah. Well, have a good night, man. And thanks everyone for coming on. It was a good talk. Talk some shit. And
yeah.
yeah, until the next one. Sounds good.
All right, peace out.
Okay. See you everyone.